This next technique is locking horns. Again, classic Parker technique. Made a few little changes, but nothing really major. I have a tendency to do it a little different from the book, but we'll play with that at the end. Locking horns, one of the biggest things I want to cover on this is the attack itself. It's a guillotine. It's a classic BJJ catch wrestling guillotine. Let's just play with the attack for a moment. A lot of people have a tendency to stick their head down. I see it all the time. All right, we're going to do locking horns. What do? The dummy, or at least the defender, they stick their head down. The guillotine is an effective attack, so what we'll do is we'll play with the attack itself just for a moment. When I enter on the attack, and this is what I'm teaching the dummy, when I enter on the attack, I want to get that left hand up. It's not this. And you reach over, right? If you reach over like this to pull somebody into a guillotine, you're going to get destroyed. Right? So what we want to do is we want to teach the effective guillotine. So we're going to anchor that down, and then we're going to snake from the outside over, and then we'll start our switch. And that sets up the guillotine itself. Let's try it from this side just for a moment. Again, however we enter, it doesn't really matter. But once we get to this point, again, I'm anchoring it down. I snake over. I start my switch. Start to lower my base. I'm shoving his head under my arm like a football. Then I'm going to grab the edge of my hand sword, basically, and I'm going to roll it, either catching the jaw if he tucks his chin, or fitting it right under his neck if we're working on the guillotine itself. Extremely painful. It can be a direct trachea attack, or it can just be a direct jaw crusher. Now, with that said, he gets to do the attack. So, from here, and don't donate your head. You know, let him do all the work. So as he pulls it down, boom, coming down. As he starts to switch, this is the book. Outward hand sword. As I start my angle change, however I've been pulled down, I'm going to outward hand sword the knee, boom, ridge hand right into the groin. All right, I'm keeping my head tucked the whole time. With the trachea attack, I'm going to get screwed up. But if I can keep it on my jaw, it's just painful, but I can I get a few extra seconds of fight in here. So there's that groin shot, keeping that arm check, head turn, chin tuck, head snaps down, and I'm going to obscure elbow straight up. Boom. Now, as that elbow pops up, I'm going to snake my head to the right, circle it out, and then the book is a sandwich right to the jaw, and then from there as we cover out or crossover, sword hand and step through. That's the book. Pretty straightforward. One more time, let's try it from this angle, just a little different. Again, going through the book, he pulls me down, boom, hit, and then just turn that hand, and then it just pow, just shoots straight up. Boom, twist the head out, stepping in, sandwich, crossover, sword hand, and there is the book technique. Now, I do it a little different, all right? I had a guy, this is the way I learned it originally from Mr. Paul, and then through a gentleman we had in an organization called Julio Sabates. Once I felt it, I fell in love with it because I was limping for 3 days. I like limping because that's a learning experience. As he comes in and gets that, pulls me down, double outward hand swords, rotate, catching the inside of that leg, boom. All right, that brings that head down. From there, I'm going to turn your head, make sure I'm going to snap that elbow right back. That snap comes in. Pow! As that comes up, it pops up, and as it pops up, I turn, and then I just drop right down onto a sternum, and then I work my way up. Different angle again. He comes in, catching it down, boom, turn, pow, right into that. All right, let's try it from this angle with a little bit of speed. Turn your head, make sure you don't get this. He comes in. And that is locking horns. Try it. Hope you enjoy it.